Hi all, and welcome to this week's Naviate Feature of the Week video. In this video, I'll be going through and demonstrating how to utilize the Box Sync feature. And I really like this feature because it allows teams are on collaborative projects, linking in each other's models between architects, MEP consultants, and structural engineers. There's a lot of moving parts, and so one thing about the scope box is that I think it's a very underutilized and um, underrated feature because you can associate levels to it, grids to it, and also use it to clip your views. I know a lot of architects tend to use scope boxes, but as a consultant, you would have to replicate those scope boxes yourself if you really wanted to utilize those same scope boxes. But this feature allows you to just with the clicks of a few buttons, import scope boxes from a linked model and import it into your own working model. So in this example, I'm working as a MEP engineer, and I have my architect's model linked in, which is grayed out in the back. And these green lines indicate, or these green boxes indicate scope boxes. Now, let's say, for example, I got a architectural file from my architects and I want to import their scope boxes into my working environment. So I would go over to Naviate Accelerate, over here in the collaboration, click on Scope Box Sync, and then you'll get this Scope Box Synchronizer dialog box. And in this box, what it's showing you is that from my architectural model, I have 5 different scope boxes. So the first scope box you see here in green is the overall plan. It's checked off. What that indicates is that I have already synced or I have already transferred that scope box into my working environment, and I don't need to do anything with that scope box. Now, if you notice wing A and wing B, they are highlighted in orange and have an exclamation mark. What that indicates is that these two scope boxes were already linked into my working environment, but they have since changed in the architectural model. And so it's asking me if I want to update those two scope boxes to mirror what my architect has. And then Tower A and Tower B are highlighted in blue, and they have this minus status, meaning that it's missing or it's not in the project. So these are new scope boxes that are being introduced from my architect's file. Now, to update all of this, it's with the simple click of a few buttons. I can go ahead and say import missing scope boxes from link, and that'll import my Tower A and Tower B. I can say synchronize project scope boxes with link, and that'll synchronize these two. I can also I can also filter through the scope boxes. Let's say I just wanted to work with a certain set of scope boxes, so I can go ahead and say tower, and it'll only list the ones that have tower in it, right? And so if I go ahead and say import missing scope boxes, it'll now place Tower A and Tower B scope boxes into my project, and then I can say synchronize scope box with links, and that's going to also synchronize the ones that have changed, and I am done. Go ahead and hit close. And that's how I am able to utilize the Scope Box Sync tool. So thank you for watching this week's video, and I hope this was informative.